Hi there, it's Mr. Logue. In this lesson we're going to look at multiplying a decimal number by a multiple of 10. There's an example question here on the whiteboard. We have 6.2 multiplied by 80. So we have ones and tenths in this number, and we have a multiple of 10 over here. Right, let's go through a little top tip. The top tip for these types of calculations is to make one side of the calculation 10 times greater and make the other side 10 times smaller. The reason that is possible is because we're multiplying multiples of 10. So we know that these are 2 times 10 and this is 6 times 10. So we can use that to make this side 10 times bigger. 10 times greater than 3.2 is 32. What we have to do now is make this 10 times smaller. 10 times smaller than 20 is 2. 32 times 2 is a much more simpler calculation to do, possibly even mentally. Similarly here, we make this side 7.5 10 times bigger, becomes 75, and then the other side has to become 10 times smaller, so 60 becomes 6, and 75 times 6 is a simpler calculation to do, again, possibly mentally. Right, here we go back to the original calculation, 6.2 times 80. So remember, we're going to use our tip of making this side 10 times bigger and this side 10 times smaller, because this is a multiple of 10. We can do that. So this side, 10 times bigger than 6.2, is 62. 10 times smaller than 80 is 8. So now we have 62 times 8. We might be able to do that one mentally, but as we have a pen and something to write on, why not use and practice our column method? 8 times 2 is 16. Put that one over there to add on in a moment. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 1 is 9. So our answer is 496. Here's another example. This time it's 3.7 multiplied by 50. Let's use our method of 10 times bigger, 10 times smaller. 3.7, 10 times bigger than that is 37. 10 times smaller than 50 is 5. Now we've got 37 multiplied by 5. Again, I could try mentally if I didn't have a pen, but as I do, it makes no difference. I might as well practice the column method. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 goes in there, 3 over there to add on in a moment. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. 3.7 times 50 is 185. Here's another example. This time we've got 0.9 times 90. Let's use that same method, 10 times bigger, 10 times smaller. 10 times greater than 0.9 is 9. 10 times smaller than 90 is 9. 9 times 9, 81. Here are 5 calculations for you to have a go at on your own. Remember, one side becomes 10 times bigger, the decimal side. This side, with the multiple of 10, becomes 10 times smaller. We've got 3.2 multiplied by 20, 7.5 multiplied by 60, 4.8 multiplied by 40, 0.7 multiplied by 60, and 1.8 multiplied by 200. You should pause the video now, solve the 5 calculations, and then unpause to check your answers. Here come the answers. 3.2 multiplied by 20 is 64. 7.5 multiplied by 60 is 450. 4.8 multiplied by 40 is 192. 0.7 multiplied by 60 is 42. 1.8 multiplied by 200 is 360. So let's just remind ourselves of that top tip for this type of calculation. Whenever we have a multiple of 10, we can always increase the other side of the calculation by 10. It means that this side must become 10 times smaller. that is our lesson on multiplying decimals by multiples of 10. Bye for now.